Mike, we're doing the 1986 film The Wraith this week, and there are so many sweet cars in this film, like the Dodge M4S Turbo Interceptor, the Chevy Corvette, the 77 Pontiac Firebird. What kind of car are you driving these days?
2010 Mazda 3.
Ooh, yeah, man. That's like my 2015 Nissan Rogue. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, please notice that exits are conveniently located at the front and rear of this auditorium. When leaving the theater, we suggest that the exit at the front of the auditorium will allow you easier access to the parking areas. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Mike Butler.
And I'm Mike Field.
And this is Forgotten Cinema, a show where we talk about films that seem to be forgotten by audiences, whether it be because a more popular movie was released at the same time or the film simply didn't catch on to an audience in its initial run. We'll discuss what we love about the movie, maybe don't love about it, but we'll always recommend you revisit it. You never know. You might find your own forgotten gem. If you love Forgotten Cinema, we want to hear from you. We're on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. We're everywhere with a backlog of over 300 episodes for your pleasure.
Yes, listening pleasure, not just for your pleasure.
Well, because when people are watching
your
this.
pleasure.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Oh, nothing. You know, I was making out with this girl in a cabin and I got shanked to death. But don't worry, because
I got stabbed. Yeah, it's shanked. Yeah, you're right.
I came back as a vengeful robot alien ghost with no backstory and no reason to come back other than revenge in my sick, like you said, Dodge M4S, ready to wreak havoc and blow my car up over and over and over to murder the bad guys.
You are the Wraith.
And maybe eat their eyeballs. I like eyeballs. Something about eyeballs.
No, that's I'll explain to you what the eyeball.
You'll explain to me the eyeballs after the fact because it wasn't explained in the film. It was explained by the director afterward. Go, you guys didn't know?
Yeah, and you countless times are okay with that explanation in other movies we've done.
Name a movie. Name a movie where I'm
Gladiator. You were like, oh, when we talked about Gladiator last week, which clearly we doubled up because we're wearing the same freaking shirts. I said freaking. We had the conversation about the 15,000 with Brian Denny, and you were like, oh, I think he was lying. There was no explanation. You're just assuming he lied. You make assumptions all the time. I'm not defending this film, but don't make me. Is that it?
That's it.
All right. We are doing The Wraith. So clearly this is going to be one of those episodes. That's fine. So let me get into the facts and then we'll get into the discussion, which is where we have our fun. So The Wraith has a runtime of 93 minutes. I love that. PG-13. We will get into that because there are. I was like, this is what? The third set of topless. I'm like, this is PG-13? Like Gladiator was R.
Yeah, and it's 1986. It's not like it's crazy.
My goodness, the 80s, man. Awesome time. Production budget was $2.7 million to $8 million, depending upon what you looked at. So who knows? I would assume it's more towards 8 since they destroyed
blew up a lot of cars. Yeah.
It only had a limited release. It did not have a wide release. Its limited release was 588 theaters. And that was on November 21st, 1986. So clearly, definitely a holiday film. Opening weekend, it did 1.4 million. Domestic, 3.5. There is no international. The 3.5 million was its worldwide total. Production companies were New Century Entertainment, Alliance Entertainment, and Turbo Productions. Excuse me. And it was distributed by New Century Vista Film Company. So clearly somebody that didn't last long. Came out on the 21st. Let's go back a week to the 14th of November, 1986. You had a wide release of Streets of Gold and limited releases Willy Millie, Every Time We Say Goodbye, and Hoosiers. You only know Hoosiers.
I only know Hoosiers.
This week, the week that this film came out, it went up against a re-release of Song of the South. Oh boy. An American Tale and Firewalker. And then it had a limited release of Defense of the Realm. And then the week after, which is the Wednesday Thanksgiving openings, you had a wide release of Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home.
Oh, yeah.
And Solar Babies. And then you had a limited release of Nutcracker and The Mosquito Coast.
I need to know. So I'm going to have to look up the trailer for Solar Babies after this.
This movie's written and directed by Mike Marvin. He has credits for Sunstorm. And yes, these two movies coming up are real movies. Hot Dog, the movie, and Hamburger, the motion picture.
What?
He's also written Six Pack and Wishman. Cinematographer was Reed Smoot, who's done Homeward Bound, Dennis the Menace, Ruskies, and Gleaming the Cube. Composer was Michael Honig and J. Peter Robinson. Honig has done The Blob.
That movie we did.
Very early on. The Gate and Class of 1999. And Robinson has done Cocktail and Wayne's World, among other films. Edited by Scott Conrad, and Gary Rockland. Conrad has done Rocky, which he won an Oscar for, and Up in Smoke. And then Rockland has just mainly done short films. Produced by John Kemeny, who's done Atlantic City and Iron Eagle 2. This film has a medium cast, but some names you're going to remember, you're going to recognize because they go on to do other films, and some names you're not going to ever hear about them again. Charlie Sheen is our Wraith, or Jake. He's obviously from Platoon.
Or Jamie.
Well, he's not really Jamie. Jamie's a different character, different actor,
but turns out he's Jamie.
You've known who I am all along. He goes on to do Platoon actually right after he shoots this film.
This was like a pit stop.
Yeah.
They shot all his scenes in one day. Yeah.
Wall Street, Hot Shot series, and the TV show 2.5 Men. Nick Cassavetes as Packard from Face Off and Alpha Dog. He's also a writer-director. Sherilyn Fenn, this is her first film. She plays Carrie, the love interest from Boxing Helena, the TV show Twin Peaks, and Of Mice and Men, the 1992 movie. Randy Quaid as Loomis, not to be confused with Loomis from Halloween. He's not related.
Well, they named him Loomis. I was like, they did that on purpose. Come on.
Well, Loomis is probably a popular name.
Apparently, that's the second time he's a character named Loomis.
Randy Quaid is a Academy Award nominated actor, Butler. Do you know what movie?
I know we talked about this before.
Did we?
No, I do not.
The Last Detail.
I don't know what that movie is.
He's also in Independence Day 4. I always do this Independence Day 4 because I write ID 4. Independence Day, Kingpin, and National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Matthew Berry as Billy. He is the brother of Jamie, who is the guy who runs the what's it called again? K City, K Shack, K Burgers, K something.
K something. Yeah, K City sounds right.
I don't think it's K City though. It's hang on, it's in my viewing notes because I wrote it down. Big K's Burgers. That's what
Big K's Burgers.
Which tells me that was the original name of the place and they just kind of wrote it in there. He's in Con Air. He's got a small part in Con Air. He's also he has small parts in Con Air, Ed Wood, and Crimson Tide. He's in a lot of big movies in small parts. David Sherrill as Skank from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the movie, not the TV show, and Major League 2. Jamie Bozian as Gutter Boy. He's in Con Air. That's about it. Clint Howard as Rughead. Clint Howard, Ice Cream Man. Basically all of Ron Howard's films. Griffin O'Neill as Ogie from April Fool's Day, The Escape Artist, and Hadley's Rebellion. And Chris Nash as Minty from the movie Mischief. All right, but that's the facts. Let's get into the discussion. Tell me what you hate about the movie.
This movie's absolute garbage. I don't want to hear you talk crap about any of the other movies. When I put a movie on the list and you're like, there's no way it's going to be worse than The Wraith. The Wraith is above folks.
No, I was going to say.
But The Wraith is awful. The Wraith is, I can't
awful.
even.
It is not awful.
It is horrendous.
It is not awful.
It's so bad.
It's a B movie.
It's a C or D movie.
No.
It is really, really bad. The car is really cool.
You mean the car or all the cars?
Just the car.
Okay.
The Corvettes are really cool cars. Firebirds are really cool cars.
Right.
But the ones they drive in this movie are just kind of like, the paint job. I didn't like them.
Okay.
The Dodge M4S though is awesome looking. I love that car.
You want me to give you some facts on that first or no?
You can. I read some of them, but yeah, go spit them out.
Okay, so the car is the Dodge M4S Turbo Interceptor. It was designed by Chrysler Motors and PPG Industries by Bob Ackerman in 1981. It's powered by a Chrysler 2.2 liter 4-cylinder engine that can go beyond 194 miles per hour. In the movie itself, there's 7 versions of the car. The original was used just for close-ups and details.
Don't touch that one.
Yeah, the two were detailed bodies that had doom buggy chassis that were used like when they were driving for the stunt driving and stuff like that. And then there's 4 shells that were empty bodies that had towable frames, and those were used for the crash scenes.
Because they blow it up a bunch.
Right.
4 times. 5 times? 4 times.
Well, yeah, with all the explosions. Yeah.
5 times.
Well, once they drive into I guess the one that drives into the shop, you don't really see it. It just goes in and then the shop blows up.
That one might not be one of them.
Yeah, that might just be the stunt drive. Ones that they stay still when first hits it, second hits it. Then there's one where he runs right into it.
Yep.
Packard runs right into it. So maybe, yeah. So that's the
M4S.
Yeah.
So that's the start of the movie.
You don't like the weapon he uses? That big weapon?
The shotgun's cool. It's a spaz, which if you play a lot of Call of Duty or like just first person shooters in general, you've seen before, but I like the lights on it.
The hook.
hook on it. That's the arm to keep it steady. Like, so I guess you could shoot with one arm.
Yeah.
Here's what I will say about the Wraith.
Okay. And then we're ending the show.
There's two things, because there's one thing that the thing that I'm going to compare it to is, so I'll bring that up first. It seems like it wants to be a Troma movie, and it doesn't go far enough to be a Troma movie. It seems like it wants to be in the vein of Toxic Avenger and those kind of movies, and it doesn't go that far.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing is that this movie is, like we talked about before, bad movies that can be like remade as good movie. Like, there's something in this movie that can be remade. I think you can do something with this concept. I don't know who owns it now, since all those companies are defunct. But I think there's
Somebody
something. There's something there. But I think this movie is just really, really bad. This is a movie when I was 5, or when you were, however, like 11 or whatever, when you watched this film.
I don't think I watched it in 86, but I probably watched it.
Yeah.
Either late 80s, early 90s.
If I was 11, 12 watching this movie, and like my parents had it on and didn't realize that, there were those 3 scenes in there.
Oh, the nude scenes?
Yeah. I would have been like, this is great. Even without the scenes, just because there's action and stuff blows up. But overall, now as an adult watching this is a really bad film. It's very irredeemable, because I don't think it goes far enough into where it should with the Troma stuff. There are some good lines in that they're just awful lines, but they're said really well. But yeah, I'm not digging this.
So you're bringing nothing to the table to this episode. Is that what
I'm bringing hate to the table, and I don't want to. I don't want to bring hate to the table. That's not my thing.
You're already bringing hate to the table. Well, you talk about.
Here's my question. I want to start with the question. Why? Of all the films that you've ever brought up, and all the films that you've hated that I've put, yes, I do not know this one. Yes, because I picked Gladiator because we've talked about it ad nauseum. I was finally like, let's watch it.
Sure.
So I need to know. Does this hit something in your nostalgia like brain, or what is it about this film that you chose?
I like the B movie style of it. I think it's an interesting idea. The whole thing about it comes back and seeks revenge, becomes a car or whatever, like that kind of thing. Just
anamorphs himself into a
yeah, pretty much. Like, there's a couple. Yeah, just that I think because it's an 80s film, because that it's a little sci-fi, a little horror. So it's the little genre there. And it's about like a revenge and kind of like, like the characters are ridiculous. Like there are, Skank and Gutter Boy are just ridiculous. And I didn't realize how much they were in the film in terms of like from the first watch to the second watch.
I think they were in it more than Packard.
Yeah. And Packard Packard's is an interesting character, because I'm like sitting there going, is this guy like 40? And like, he's like David Hasselhoff's like alter ego. And he's so badass, but he's got this like shell necklace on. He's really just, he's a weird bad guy, because he's like, if I can't have you, nobody will. And then he just stays on the sidelines and like smoking his cigarettes and watching, beating the crap out of people, and just nobody stops him. I don't understand the relationship between him and the cops, and it's very just odd. It's odd, and it makes me laugh. Not like I'm just like, this is so stupid. I just make like, where I'm angry. I think everybody in the movie knows it's dumb. Like it's almost like, I'm doing this movie, The Wraith, and it's not great, but it's paying the bills, like that kind of thing. And I feel like it's like that, like Charlie Sheen being in it is interesting, but like he did this. Yeah, and it goes off into Platoon. So he's not even like in the movie. I
love the note that Oliver Stone watched the movie while they were filming Platoon and called him up angry that it was going to ruin Platoon,
which is ridiculous. I mean, like that's how much low self-esteem do you have? You talked about how this film, you felt this compared this film to what movie again?
A Troma film. Right, okay. So like Toxic Avengers, mostly because of like, again, like Gutter Boy and even Packard and stuff. They're just so ridiculous, but they don't go far enough into their like depravity.
But I see the influence of where Marvin, the director, talked about how his influence for this film was Mad Max and the Road Warrior.
That was my first impression when the film started, but then they got so doofy that I was like, all right. But they are very much the gang from Road Warrior.
Yeah, I mean, they're in Arizona, so they're in the desert. You've got
not Road Warrior, from Mad Max.
Well, but we're saying the same thing. They're in the desert, Arizona. They've got these guys, one of them drinking hydraulic fluid.
That one's got a kick.
And then sniffing, what did he sniff?
It looked like WD-40.
Turbo, yeah, like one of those. He's like grabbing for it in his car.
Oh, as it flips over.
Yeah. There is no rhyme or reason to like why the Wraith, who the Wraith is choosing to kill.
I think that partly it comes from David Lynch was one of my inspirations.
Right, I know. And then the whole point of the arm braces and the leg braces that would disappear after one dies. And I remember thinking when I watched the film and then watching it now, I'm like, okay, so each one this is my thinking. Each one disappears and then he becomes less and less like the Wraith. I forgot that he actually takes her away. I forgot that he just becomes himself again, or a version of himself. Version. I just assumed he goes back to wherever he came from. But that's what I assumed that what that was. The director says that no, every time he loses the brace, he becomes stronger, which doesn't make any sense.
He seems pretty strong right from the get-go.
It doesn't make that.
And he doesn't do anything else different.
That explanation makes no sense. It also makes me believe that he was just probably all over the place with this movie.
He's just making stuff up as he goes.
What I'm saying makes more sense. Like he becomes with each
he's repairing
each act of revenge. He almost like when you see Charlie Sheen, which granted, knowing that he only shot it one day, you're not going to do this. But after each death, when you see him, each scar should disappear.
I get that he's got the scars because you want to know that he's Jamie right away.
Well, you know that
because they
immediately
flash back immediately. Yeah. But it's like, why would he have the scars if he's in a new body?
But he also had the one scar here on his neck when he was at the I want to say beach scene, the rock scene when they're hanging out at the watering hole.
He's got the scar.
He does, but it's not as dark when you see it the next time. Yeah,
different makeup. They took it off and put it on for the next.
Well, it's one day, so they probably had it on the whole time. But it just wore off. The whole leg brace thing, the arm brace thing. I didn't realize they were braces. I just thought pieces of his body armor, whatever.
No, those are like the bone braces that you put into somebody.
He doesn't kill Rughead, which is the Clint Howard character. Okay, I guess that he kind of
because Rughead didn't know about it,
right? But he still was part of it.
He was pretty sure they killed him, but he didn't know for sure. That's why Gutter Boy, or not Gutter Boy, the other one, Skank stops Packard from shooting, just shooting the shotgun into the car when the Wraith shows up again. He's like, no more. You can't. No first degree murder in front of Rughead.
Yeah.
Because Rughead's there to kind of like look tough because he's with a gang.
He likes to do all the cars.
Put work on the cars. Make the fuel injector and the radio interceptor.
I mean, you kind of get an idea of what they're doing. I love that they force people into racing them so that they can steal their cars. Just steal their car so that they can resell them. You kind of get that idea when they're in their like futuristic shop, which is clearly not the inside of that shed that they were in. So I understand that. And their gang is like put together almost like a hodgepodge of people in high school. Like, you have the gearhead in Rughead, you have Packard, who's clearly like the cool badass guy. You have the preppy dude who's has lettered in hot football and basketball, who is the guy who sells everything. And then you have the two tweakers, and the Gutter Boy who's on the spectrum or something. I don't know what. But his voice is weird because it's just a voice, and it's not like nothing to do with anything. It's just a weird voice, and it makes sense if Gutter Boy has that voice because Gutter Boy does all the drugs, because he doesn't, which is the other thing. He doesn't want to do. You hold the shotgun. He doesn't want to do any of the drugs. But like, then why do you sound like this? Yeah. But that's the thing. Like, it doesn't negatively affect me the way it negatively affects you, because I just think it's stupid and ridiculous. I think that it's an hour and a half I'm okay with. If it was an hour 45, hour 50, maybe I'd be a little bit like, okay, enough of this. It's just stupid.
It's bad.
But it's a bad sci-fi film. It's Felicia Day's favorite bad B movie.
I saw she wants to do it for Mystery Science. She would love to do it for Mystery Science.
Perfect
Theater.
One. It's perfect for Mystery Science Theater.
It's so poorly acted, poorly written.
Well, who don't you like you don't like Nick Cassavetes?
I don't like Charlie Sheen.
He's barely in it.
He's coasting it. Sherilyn Fenn doesn't like. She is so. It's acted like it's a 1940s, 1950s film. The way they're delivering their lines. And it becomes obnoxious after a while. They're not like Packard's all right. And then some of the gang, Gutter Boy and Skank, because they're like kind of ridiculous. But everyone else is just like, shut up. Just stop talking the way you're talking. It was probably a choice, but it was the wrong choice because I hate it every time someone spoke, with the exception of Burger Boy.
Billy?
Billy.
Burger Boy.
I don't think.
Come on, man. Come on.
with the exception of Billy. I don't think Billy maybe put on that kind of facade, but I just think it's just. I couldn't stand listening to any of the characters talk.
You didn't like Billy's dramatic turn at the end when he's like, Jake!
I love it.
Jake! He's crying. He's got the tears.
He does have the tears. Well, one of the scenes I did like, because it shows how kind of crazy Packard is, and they should have gone further with it, is when Packard's just watching Jake and Carrie make out.
Oh, yeah. In front of the house.
In front of the house. Yeah. And they don't know that Packard with his silver and red Corvette is just right there in front of the house. Whatever.
You think that Jake would know if Jake is obviously ethereal and of the stars, that he knows everything that's going on.
But he's watching, and he almost like Packard's almost got tears in his eyes watching.
He's like, everyone wears driving gloves, which I love.
And they put on helmets before they race because they're very conscious.
They're so like, we're going to race you. We're so badass. We're going to race you.
Hold
ready?
on. Safety first.
Yeah. Packard puts his helmet. I'm just like, what?
Every single one of them puts a helmet on.
Yeah, it's so stupid. The guys that are racing are like, no. And then the whole idea that when they're racing the Wraith the second time, and Rughead's like, oh, I got the digital interceptor. I'm gonna open up your hood so I can put this in there. Why would I let you do that?
Yeah, no. Yeah, how about no, dude? Open up your hood so you could just mess with my engine.
He's like, Packard, you got to see that. Just put it in. I'm like,
can you not see it's glowing? You should probably check out what Rughead is talking about.
Smoking cigarettes in my gloves. Hey, guy. Packard loves to pull that blade too, all the time. Yeah.
I love how he steals the milkshake off the one tray when it's like,
yeah, he's just like,
got it.
Yeah.
The fact that Packard has not been arrested for a numerous number of other offenses, like everyone knows where he is. Mm-hmm. He's stealing cars. I don't care that you won it in a race fair and square. There's no such thing.
And even Randy Quaid, even Loomis, like is onto him, but
he doesn't catch him. I gotta wait till I get you. Get him on. You got him on 1,000 things.
Yeah,
he's stopping cars on the road.
Yeah,
he is. Maybe they didn't full on have their way with that lady at the beginning, but they molested and took advantage of her.
Yeah.
Boom. Arrest right there. Like, it doesn't make come on.
And I was surprised that when they're tried to block the Wraith, the cops, and he destroys their cars.
He just blows them back.
That it doesn't make sense that the Wraith would do that, because the Wraith is only there to get those guys, to get the bad guys.
Just the bad guys, yep.
And to kill their cars and to kill them and get them. And so it doesn't make sense that he would cause damage to other cars, to other people's cars. Do you know what I mean?
I didn't get that at all. It's just you blew up the guy. Now you can just disappear.
Yeah.
Just disappear in front of him. No, I got to ram these two cars and then disappear 50 feet behind them there, where they still see it. So it doesn't mean anything.
That damn car just disappeared. That's not a line. That's just
me. Forget it. How are we going to catch a Wraith? How are you going to do paperwork on 4 dead teenagers and no sailing? You're just giving up.
You were talked about the eyes in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The explanation from the director is that it's supposed to be like lightning struck their body and lightning took their eyes. Like, so there's at one point, the first time when they get into the accident, you see a lightning strike. That's the explanation. I don't understand. I thought it was really chilling, not chilling, but I thought it's a different thing to do to show them like, oh my God, he should have been blown up, and you just see their bodies like that. I thought that was interesting. I actually I didn't remember the eyes being gone.
Right.
I, for some reason, thought the eyes were just white. So that probably would have been better if they just.
That would have been cool if I saw more of the bodies.
Yeah.
Like, I think.
Well, it's PG-13, but you can't
do that. You just show a bunch of boobs.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think that when he's got them in the police station, he should bring them to the morgue and be like, these are your friends.
Yeah.
And boom, 2 guys, no eyes. And the thing. And then Packard at the end, though, Packard is not pale. Not all white like a ghost.
He's just naked.
Still just like, like where's all his stuff?
Maybe they lost the budget.
I should see the main bad guy, the final boss, should be killed with the eyeballs.
And his death is anticlimactic. A lot of the whole that kind of speeds to the end to get to the end of the film.
Oh yeah, the race is just like, I'm here.
And what even the best part is that Jake gives him the car that's been wanted for 4 murders, and he gives it to his brother. Hey man, here's your car. It's like they're gonna pull him over. I know. I mean,
instruction booklets in the glove box. There's an instruction booklet for a ghost car. Who wrote this? How are you the Wraith? How are you? Are you alien? Are you a monster? Are you from the future? Did somebody give you future tech? Are you an alien? Are you ghost? What are you? What are you?
Well, Butler, the place where the Wraith arrives at Earth is a desert crossroad. And several beliefs and superstitions, the desert crossroad is considered a place to meet supernatural beings in addition to deal with the devil.
Crossroads.
So
demons.
there you go. The Wraith is it's spiritual. Supernatural belief in the crossroads is where the Wraith is.
Crossroads demons are a Cajun myth.
Oh, Mr. Conspiracy Theory over here. Mr. The aliens in the Arctic. Mr. This is how they did use sound waves to build the pyramids.
Then tell me it's aliens.
See, you have to buy it all or none at all, Butler.
I need to know where he's from.
Why?
Because you don't give me anything else.
It's the unknown.
Then make him less.
He's the Wraith. He's born out of revenge.
Make him look less like Marty McFly got out of the DeLorean in Back to the Future Part 1.
He's born. Well, Back to the Future came out in 85, so that's probably why that's.
Yeah. Oh
he's
man.
He's born from the anger of revenge and love. What is Carrie's parents gonna think?
Well, she just leaves the house and doesn't come back.
Yeah.
Or do her parents think that there's like this 30-year-old man picking her up and driving around who's clearly murdered Jamie?
How about the fact that Packard clearly healed from his blood lovers line when he sliced his hand open for her?
He tricks her into licking it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. It's blood. Like, why are you putting your tongue out? She's just like, oh, yeah, that's right.
My favorite line from Packard is "Hold your horses, guy." All right, hold your horses. I love that line. Like, you're really a badass, man.
My favorite line is the one you were talking about before we started recording. Oh, you really got to stop drinking that stuff before your brain melts to mush.
Oh, the zombie piss. Yeah. He's drinking hydraulic fluid.
And he's like, for once, he's like, he's so concerned with her. He actually seems generally concerned about Skank.
Or like Gutter Boy, when Gutter Boy and Skank before they die. Skank's like, we got to go out and get some woman. And Gutter Boy's like, yeah, I'm a 4-day virgin. I'm like, who's having sex?
That's one of my.
Who and what? In what world is anybody going when Gutter Boy walks into a bar going, that guy's mine, ladies? Nobody.
Those yellow teeth.
It would make, if this movie was made today, it would make more sense if Skank and Gutter Boy were together. We're a couple. That would be better.
Yes.
And all these explosions and all these burning cars, no fire department. Not at all.
No.
Just the cops. No fire department.
Fire department costs extra. We don't have the budget for fire department.
How about, see, and this is why I like this film, because it makes me laugh. How about when Packard beats up Billy, right? He beats him up in the parking lot.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
And then does this dainty run back to his car. I'm like, dude. No, like if you're badass and you're tough and you just beat the guy in front of everybody and nobody's stepping to you, don't jog back to your car. Walk back to your car like you're cool, like you don't care. Don't go.
Gotta run. I hate the line right after he gets up and he calls them bastard chicken shits. It's chicken shit bastards.
Yeah.
Why did you say it backwards? Yeah, I was like, come on.
Yep.
Who said that line? I went, oh, that sounds great. Bastard chicken shit. No.
I'm gonna give you some reviews, Butler. So a lot of the reviews were now looking back, and I don't like those reviews. I like the reviews that are when the film first came out.
Right.
So Leonard Maltin, quote, "For those who favor fast cars and lots of noise." John Pym from Time Out goes, quote, "Comic strip killer car thieves." And then Janet Maslin, your favorite, quote, "A big glop of low budget Hollywood cheese." Cheese, Butler.
It's a good line, actually.
Glop of cheese.
I like glop. Glop's a great word.
But is that a bad word? Is that a good word? I like big glop.
I think it's a very descriptive word. I like a word that sounds like the thing. There's a word.
Oh, like the sound like the movie. Yeah. Oh, like sounds like the thing. Okay. Yeah. What is that? That's onomatopoeia?
I think so.
Yeah. Boom, bang, jingle, jangle.
Yeah.
And that right there was from middle school. Was from, I can't remember the teacher, but that's how I remember it. Onomatopoeia, boom, bang, jingle, jangle. Like that. I always remember that. Anyone who went with me in middle school, if you know the teacher, then you know that. Because I used to know all there were like 6 or 7 or 8 words that, vocabulary words that describe
Right.
certain things. Onomatopoeia is one of them. That's how I always remember that. Wow. Right. It's just stuck in there. Won't ever leave.
Look at you.
And I'm like 108. And I'm like sitting there going, boom, bang, jingle, jangle, onomatopoeia. And I go.
That's the last one.
Then I get uploaded to the mainframe. Yep. And then I'm the ghost in the machine, the Wraith. And I'm going to come back and get everybody. That is wrong to me. So clearly you're not going to recommend this to anybody is what I'm hearing.
I mean, our buddies at the Pint would probably do an episode on this.
Why are you saying that?
Because they do a lot of bad 80s films.
Like Butler, where's the hate for this? Where is this hate coming from?
I find no joy in this movie because I've never seen it before. There's nothing. I'm watching this movie going, and you have ripped apart some of my picks. It's just like
if this is going to be the Rango fight again.
Well, no, because I feel something. Rango, you felt nothing, which bothered me.
Because it was just
more than anything.
Well, what movie did you always say rip apart movies? I come at them. Yeah, okay, but I don't just sit there and going, "There's nothing redeeming in this film." Like we both hate Folks. We both hated Folks. Okay, Folks is so. It's got like terrible bigoted dialogue. It's got terrible racist undertones. It's not funny at all. There's nothing. Like, what's the other movie we did with what's her face that I can't stand? The commercials where we're spinning around. We're both getting dizzy. It's the romantic comedy with she passed away. Brittany.
Oh,
what was the name of that movie? I always forget the name of this movie.
With her and Dakota Fanning.
Yes.
I don't remember.
Uptown Girls, Butler. It's better than Uptown Girls.
I don't think it's better than Uptown Girls.
Oh, come on. Uptown Girls was ridiculous.
No. It was ridiculous, but it wasn't made for us. This movie is just bad. It does, like I said, it doesn't go far enough.
Right, I'm starting my own podcast. It's going to just be me because I can't deal with you anymore. And it's going to be about bad 80s films. And that's all. It's going to be bad B movie 80s films. I'm sure there's already been tons of them.
This is a D movie.
I'm going to be the Joe Bob Briggs. Is Joe Bob Briggs? I don't even know.
I don't know. I just don't think I can't see me recommending this. And I don't know if anyone I know would enjoy this.
Well, you and your douchey bourgeois friends, fine.
Douchey bourgeois.
All right. I am recommending this to people that grew up in the 80s that like B movies. I am not. What's that? It's not. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. It's a PG-13 film with. So I'm recommending it to the kids who are under 17.
You can get away with it.
Parents are letting you watch PG-13 films.
The ratings.
Don't tell them what's in the Wraith. Watch it because you will get to see what you always want to see, and it is there for you. Okay, it's very quick, but it is there. But 3 times, more times enough where the MPAA, whoever was on working that time, probably needs to be fired.
They probably started the movie and it was so bad they just stopped watching it, and they were just like, "Yeah, it's PG."
And then they were playing the long game. They were smart. I recommend this to people who like 80s films, who like B movies, who like sci-fi films, who aren't stuck up like my partner over here. Yeah, don't
I'm so stuck
exactly. Who exactly. Enjoy this film. This film is fun to watch. It's only 90 minutes. It's not long. And it's ridiculous. If you like cars, if you like Fast and Furious, you'll like this. I mean, come on here, right?
The main car is really cool.
Yeah. So
the main car is dope.
Exactly. There you go. So that's who I recommend it to. Butler's going to tell you it's forgotten because it's terrible.
It's terrible. It was done as a pit stop before Platoon.
That's Charlie Sheen.
You're going to watch Platoon.
This movie is kind of an independent film.
It didn't have a wide release. Yeah, I think the fact that it didn't get a wide release is probably the number one reason it's forgotten.
And it's not a November film.
No, it's hot. It's a desert. We always talk about you can't have a hot like deserty film in Christmas time unless the theme is something holidaysy, I guess, or a family.
But also it's a 90s, like in the 90s, like we talk about, I'm sorry, in the 80s, excuse me. We talk about the way movies are released these days are obviously after the pandemic, but let's go pre-pandemic. Let's go 2019. We talk about all the time how January is a dump month, February is a dump month. You'll have a romantic comedy around Valentine's Day. Then March came around. You had like The Matrix in March, so that kind of you have the surprise action films, and then April became Fast and Furious, so kind of the summer kind of okay. And then we talk about how September's kind of the dump month a little bit.
Yep.
So if the rate, let's say that holds true in 86.
1986.
When would you put the Wraith out? Now, don't take it from the fact
Assuming
that you hate the film. You're
No, I got you.
You know what I mean? You're an executive and you're like, we need to put this in the best spot.
Are we giving this a wide release, or are we still doing that crappy limit?
I mean,
in this hypothetical
I never
situation.
looked this up, but like, I wonder what's the cutoff for a wide release and I know it's changed over the years,
right?
Because 588 is not technically limited now. Like so let's say let's say you're doing a limited release of 600 theaters to hope that it grows to a wide release. Let's put it that way.
I'd put it mid-August.
Okay.
Like it's not going to be like
so towards the end of the summer.
Yeah, taking aside my hatred of the film, it's not going to beat any of the big summer films.
Right.
But it's still a summer film.
Yeah.
I would have to put it there because you can't put it too early because especially in 86, Memorial Day is the start of your summer season. And anything earlier than that's not warm enough.
There's always one movie that now, because of Fast and Furious, hit in April. There's always one movie in April they put out that.
It's either the last weekend of March, first weekend of April.
And you always have one kids movie a month now in the summer. Usually to the end of the year, but
Yeah.
usually have one kids movie come out a month.
So I would say mid to late August
Okay.
before kids go back to school.
Yeah, that's a good spot.
You need teenagers to come see this movie.
And
you need the teenagers to spread the word. There did some boobs.
Exactly.
That's the selling point. That's how you get people in there.
So I will say that it's probably forgotten because it's in a bad time. It came out at a bad time, limited. It didn't have a chance. This is a classic video rental movie. This is a classic. You would see it on the shelves and you would rent it. That's probably where I watched it, like a Blockbuster Video or Tommy K's. That's probably where I found this film.
The poster or the sleeve.
It's not on the end cap with the full moon horror films. If you're my age, you know what I'm talking about. And you know that, right?
Yeah.
It's not on the end cap, but it's really close. It's with probably a lot of other sci-fi B films.
Yeah.
That are there. So, and it's horror. So it's probably got a Ghoulies next to it or something like that.
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Yeah. So that's why you get that. So I definitely think this is that kind of film. And obviously if it came out this time, if it came out in today's time, it's probably a streamer. It's probably on Hulu or it's probably on, not Netflix, but like, Peacock or something like that.
I could see Hulu putting stuff out. Hulu does a lot of like kind of cheesy horror.
Yeah, but Peacock does too. Peacock will have because they have the Blumhouse stuff, so they'll have that.
Yeah.
So I think that's why it's forgotten. It's just because everything that Mike talked about, you have to really just kind of like dig it to like it. And but anyways, that's not what I want to ask you. That's not the question I want to ask you. You said that you think you could remake this.
I think you could remake
So
this.
then tell me what you're doing.
I think you have to solidify what he is. I think you take away the sci-fi looking guy. I think you make him, put him in a suit. You could put him in a suit, but it's got to be more Geiger-esque. That way you really make it more baseline. What is he? Nobody knows. He could be demon, ghost, alien. It doesn't matter. And you can still do the same kind of cool weapons, all that kind of stuff. Make that suit cool. And then you either I don't think you go hardcore Troma now. I think you go more horror. Because I think right now
it's a revenge story. Revenge story, if you do it right, will play well.
Yeah, it's got to be like a revenge thriller.
Sure.
It's really got to hone in on that. And the deaths have to be interesting.
Yep.
Like he's got that shotgun. He doesn't kill any of them with the shotgun. He just blows up their shop and annoys them.
Yeah.
He just kills them the same way. So you have to make the kills different. And you also need a killer.
And that probably had a lot to do with budget too. Like, what can we do? It's also the 80s. So you don't have access to a lot of effects that you do now. I agree with you. I don't think you need to cast two different actors in terms of Jamie and Jake. I think you have to be the same actor and that the people don't recognize him.
That's what I would have liked a lot more. Yeah,
And then you can reveal him at the end and they're like, oh my God, but I think he goes away. I don't think he goes off with her
I was expecting him to go away.
He should go back. He came back to avenge his death
and keep her safe.
Yeah. But also I think but I also think like, he comes back not only to avenge them, but like maybe they haven't moved on. His brother and her haven't moved on.
And he has to have a moment with him.
Wants them. He wants them to be like, it's okay. I'm like that has to be part of it.
I'm okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
His brother scene, there need to be more with his brother. But I think you can absolutely make something out of this movie.
Would it be a movie or would you do it as a series?
If you did it as a series, then he has to keep on wraithing. He's never gonna be done wraithing.
Why can't you do each
what would be
season
cool?
can be a
Each
different
season,
Wraith?
different Wraith. Yeah, same kind of suit, but different actor.
Yeah.
That would also be really neat.
That would be cool. I would do that if they were like, hey, we want this as a series. But I've said this countless times on the show. I'm a movie guy, and you know what I mean?
No, I think this would work as a movie,
I prefer movies to now. If I see a movie to a series, I'm going to watch the film. So I would try to do this as a movie. I understand that people would be like, oh, we want to make it to a series. We want to do this. And
so whoever owns the rights to the Wraith, contact us. We could do it. We could do it.
We can
Let's go.
I'm not pleading. You'll give it to us and we'll make it right. We'll do it the right way. And you can have all the credit and you could be there. No, you can't be there because you screwed it up. I'm just kidding, Mike. I'm just kidding, Mr. Marvin. No, I mean, we could do that. We've talked about, I think it's definitely, I think it's a remake that I would really like to do because I always want to do the Monster Squad. And then
I'm shocked they haven't redone Monster
They've tried
Squad.
to.
Have they?
And I've heard like, oh, they're doing the Monster Squad. And then it just peters off.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Monster Squad stuff too, because you got to give each monster its own.
Yeah.
You got to get them that.
But I mean, Universal, give me a call. Give me a call. Give me $5 million. I won't even do it for a lot. I'll do it like Blumhouse style. Give me $5 million, and I will give you a Monster Squad movie that you will love. And I will do the Wraith too. So let's do that. I don't even know if you want that. All right. So why don't you tell us where they can find us?
You can find us at ForgottenCinemaPodcast.com or wherever you get your podcasts or shows. You're watching, listening to us right now. Give us a rating, comment. What is your favorite, I guess,
B-movie sci-fi. 80s sci-fi. You know what? Tell me. Don't tell him. Tell me.
80s sci-fi, B-movie sci-fi.
B-movie sci-fi. What movie? No.
Something
best
Killer
movie,
Tomatoes,
no.
Critters,
A
Wraith,
movie that
something
you
like
would
that.
rent. You were Friday night at Blockbuster or Tom and K's Video, whatever video store you go to, Video Hut, Video
the
Plaza.
ones in the back, right next to the curtain drawer.
The end cap you always the end cap you always go to get the that Full Moon movie or that Puppet Master movie, whatever it is. What's that movie? Come on,
I love Puppet
hit me
Master.
with it. Listen, let's talk. We'll do a podcast.
I love all the Puppet Masters. No, not all of them.
They're all ridiculous.
But yeah.
Doll Man. Come on, Tim Thomerson. Where my Tim Thomerson fans at?
I know Doll Man.
He's a little guy. Doll Man. Tim Thomerson, yeah. Come on, Keith. He doesn't even listen to the show.
Anyway, I don't even remember where I ended off at. Like, what did you want? If you like the show, we have now showings. We have lead ups that we do apart from the main show, but the main show comes out every Wednesday. So check us out. We're also got a Patreon. If you want exclusive episodes, you want Discord access, you want merch discounts, you want stickers, it's all there. Check all that out and our merch store. As I said last week, or just a couple hours ago, because we are wearing the same clothes. We doubled up this week.
Double up.
Field's got a couple new shirts in the store right now. Check those out. And that's my spiel.
There. That's right. So join us next week. We're gonna watch a movie that features one of Butler's favorite actors and favorite Scientologist, Tom Cruise. We're going to see an American Made, a movie that he did in between all these Mission Impossibles that he did that we actually both like a lot.
A movie that kind of shows, oh, wait, Tom Cruise is also a fantastic actor.
It is.
Not just stuntman.
But because Mike liked that movie, next week I will just hate it no matter what. Not at all. Not at all. I like this film. Right. I like this movie. So we're good. That'll be next week. Until then, we hope you enjoyed this episode. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I'm Mike Field.
I'm Mike Butler.
And this has been Forgotten Cinema.